Welcome to the historic town of Beaufort, South Carolina, approximately 30 miles from Hilton Head. Beaufort is located on Port Royal Island, one of the large sea islands along the southeast Atlantic coast. This charming coastal destination is one of the few areas with its entire downtown designated as a historic district by the National Trust for Historic Preservation. Let's discover Beaufort, South Carolina. Dining. Where do we begin? Waterfront dining here is the most popular, from quaint cafes to settings with a more contemporary flair. There are also local inns, dockside hideaways, and quick eateries offering the freshest seafood around. Savor the local flavors, including barbecue and low country boil. The choices are endless. Take your pick and then sit back and enjoy. Beaufort is rich in history, and the town was filled with mansions built by wealthy plantation owners before the Civil War. It was one of the only southern towns occupied by Union troops rather than destroyed during the war. More than 400 historic structures have been identified and include many private homes beautifully restored and available on tour by professional guides, either walking or via horse-drawn carriage or bus. In addition to the variety of tours available, there are plenty of things to do in Beaufort. The downtown area offers museums, art galleries, and plenty of shopping with trendy boutiques. Plus, the downtown marina and waterfront park are popular with residents and visitors alike. Water activities are plentiful and include fishing, sailing, shrimping, crabbing, kayak tours, and relaxing on one of the beaches. And for those who prefer to stay on land, there's always bicycling, tennis, and golf. The culture of Beaufort is a definite draw to this charismatic city. Musicians, actors, authors, painters, sculptors, jewelry artisans, and even Hollywood. Yes, Beaufort has been the backdrop for such movies as The Great Santini, The Big Chill, The Jungle Book, The Prince of Tides, and Forrest Gump. Thriving art galleries, craft shops, and performance venues shine with the work of local artists inspired by the low-country scenery and spirit. As you can see, there's a lot happening here in Beaufort. But to really get an insider's perspective, we thought it would be best to go to someone who was actually born and raised right here in Beaufort. This is Matt McElhaney. He's a Beaufort native and also one of the owners of Town and Country Real Estate. Hi, Matt.
Hi, Debbie. How are you today?
I'm well, thank you. Thanks for taking the time to show us around Beaufort today.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Now, there is so much here in Beaufort, but I would imagine that the history is one of the main draws.
The history is the main draw. Beaufort itself, the entire downtown area, is a National Historic Landmark District. There are over 400 contributing factors to that designation.
And tell us a little bit about the settlement of Beaufort.
Well, Beaufort's been settled by the Europeans for over 500 years now. The Spanish first arrived in the early 1500s, and since that time, Beaufort has been under 7 flags of rule. That includes the British, the Spanish, of course, the Dutch, the French, the Union, the Confederacy, and the United States.
And we are here in the downtown area, and I'm noticing some amazing historic homes. Where did the money come from?
Well, the money came from 3 places, really, and those were from the 1600s to the early 1800s. The town of Beaufort was primarily built on the wealth of indigo, rice, and cotton. There were plantation owners 30, 40, 50 miles inland of Beaufort itself, and they came here and built these mansions that you see today to enjoy the prevailing southern breezes. If you'll notice, the houses all have porches that are facing south to enjoy those breezes. So they'd come here in the summertime to escape the terrible heat.
History, water activities, shopping, culture, great dining, it's all here in Beaufort, South Carolina. For more information, you can go to beaufortsc.org. Discover something special. Discover Beaufort, South Carolina.